Good evening, I'm Nicole Weisberg, and this is CTV News at 5. Tonight, backlash to WestJet's plan to tighten seats prompts the airline to back down. A warning about lithium-ion batteries following 2 battery-caused fires in Edmonton in 1 week. And lineups in support of Alberta separation. We speak to the people behind the movement.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Nicole Weisberg.
WestJet is reversing course on its new seating configuration. The choice comes less than 2 weeks after an Edmonton woman shared a video showing her parents squeezing into their economy seats. The video sparked outrage among air travelers worried about comfort and safety. CTV's Jeremy Thompson joins us live in studio with more. And Jeremy, how is WestJet explaining this decision?
Well, Nicole, the airline says feedback from passengers and staff about its new seating inspired the reversal. It had already paused work on reconfiguring some of its 737 jets back in December. This video, shared earlier this month, supercharged backlash from the public.
Dad, can you just straighten out your legs there?
Impossible.
Amanda Schmidt and her family were on a flight from Edmonton to Toronto and were surprised to see how close the rows were to each other. Schmidt says she took the video because she found the lack of legroom comical. WestJet says the so-called densified seating was brought in to give passengers cheaper ticket options. In a press release, the CEO now says, as an entrepreneurial airline founded on making air travel affordable to Canadians, it's in our DNA to try new products. At the same time, it is just as important to react quickly if they don't meet the needs of our guests.
This is the best outcome we could have hoped for, and it wasn't on my 2026 bingo card to be a initiator of plane seat changes. I think it was definitely in their best interest to listen to the people.
Schmidt says WestJet has not reached out to her about the video. The reversal means 22 WestJet planes will have 1 row of seats removed. The timeline for that work is still being determined. Now, this decision is a costly one for WestJet. The densified layout went through a full safety and certification process before the seats were installed. Those 22 planes will need to be recertified once the extra row is removed. WestJet has 189 planes in its fleet. Nicole?
Thank you, Jeremy. The Alberta government has launched an online dashboard to share information about surgery wait times and certain screenings. It will eventually expand to include primary health care data and information on assisted living, addictions, and mental health. The dashboard was one of the measures the provincial government said would be coming to help improve the system. Emergency room physicians have called for the province to declare a state of emergency to deal with system pressures. While Hospitals Minister Matt Jones says that won't happen, Dr. Paul Parks was pleased to hear they are aware of the problems.
Acknowledge that this was, we weren't crying wolf, that it really is difficult and it is really hard to give safe and timely care. So we need to do all the short-term mitigating strategies that we've done in the past that will work. And we have to show Albertans, they have to show Albertans they're accountable.
Park says he's glad the government is working on a long-term plan for Alberta's healthcare system, but the short-term relief still needs to be proven. Edmonton Fire Rescue is reminding people to dispose of lithium-ion batteries the right way. It comes after emergency crews battled 2 different apartment fires caused by e-bike batteries. CTV's Nermanisa has that story.
Twice this week, Edmonton Fire Rescue Services has had to deal with an apartment fire caused by an electric bike battery. At least 1 person was injured.
So over the last few years, as lithium-ion batteries become more of a common part of our day, we have seen an increase in fires with these batteries as the cause.
Items like cell phones, laptops, watch batteries, and vapes all use a lithium-ion battery. If the battery becomes unstable, it can overheat, explode, and even cause a fire.
In 2025, we investigated 8 of these fires. While that number appears small, these fires are extremely dangerous to people and property and can cause challenges for our crews.
Edmonton Fire says there are several ways to stay safe. Do not charge devices overnight and any longer than necessary. Only use batteries and chargers provided or recommended by the manufacturer. Do not alter or modify the batteries. Dispose of them correctly at an eco-station. The city's waste processing department says improperly disposed of batteries have caused several fires at its facilities.
We have over 200 people in our facility working, helping sorting the waste, processing the waste, transferring the waste. Those folks are put at risk when these batteries end up in the garbage.
We haven't dealt with an e-bike fire here directly as of late. Hopefully not yet.
E-bikes are big business at Cranky's bike shop.
If you're storing an e-bike on your balcony and the battery is able to be taken out, take the battery out is a must. If you're unable to remove your e-bike battery, I suggest storing it inside.
Edmonton Fire says prevention is key to reduce the risk. Naram Nisa, CTV News, Edmonton.
Some Alberta canola farmers are happy about a deal that the Prime Minister has struck with China. China will drop levies on some agricultural goods such as canola meal and lobster. In exchange, the federal government will allow Chinese electric vehicles into Canada's market. Some canola farmers say this could help struggling farms by bumping up the price of canola.
We needed this very, very badly. It gets back to we've been shut out of China. They are our second biggest customer, and we needed to bring them back into the fold. We met with the Prime Minister in September and have been working and in contact with the federal government since then. And, it is really nice to see that they're paying attention. They listen to us.
Premier Danielle Smith also welcomed the news, noting that trade partnerships like this acknowledge the important role of energy in Canada's future. Canvassing is well underway for the Citizen Initiative petition calling for Alberta to leave Canada. People began lining up an hour before the start time of a signing event at the Lone Ridge Community Hall near Wetaskiwin today. The event is expected to run late into the evening. People who signed the petition say they're tired of federal government overreach and they're concerned about the future.
They won't give us our pipelines. They don't support oil. They've never been on our side since the beginning.
No representation. We have no representation in Western Canada.
If we separate, more jobs will open up because the government likes to hold that stuff out.
People are upset. They want their freedom. They want their say. And they want to be able to afford to live.
A canvassing event will be held in Edmonton at Rundle Park tomorrow. More are planned across Alberta in the coming weeks. Hundreds of academic staff at NAIT could soon go on strike. The NAIT Academic Staff Association says of the 83% of eligible members who cast a ballot, more than 80% were in favor of a strike mandate. It says members are frustrated with a lack of movement in negotiations and a proposal to increase cost for benefits. NAIT says it wants to get back to the negotiating table with the help of a mediator to reach an agreement. The association represents more than 1,000 academic staff at NAIT. It says the results are unofficial, pending verification by the Alberta Labour Relations Board. Well, the organizer of one of Edmonton's winter celebrations is over the moon. The city cleared festival roads just in time for the start of the event. Deep Freeze, a Byzantine winter festival, takes over 118th Avenue this weekend. City graders started scraping roadways yesterday afternoon. Organizers had put out a plea to the city to clear the area to make it safer for guests.
We are just so grateful. It actually brings tears to my eyes knowing how Edmonton loves these festivals, how this is so important that we get together and celebrate and have these rituals in the wintertime of community.
Christy Moran says volunteers are now helping to make sure the area is accessible as possible. The city says the snow clearing was done within established schedules and at no additional cost. And Josh is here with our first look at the forecast. Those roads look clear and it's going to be a great weekend for that festival.
It is. It's going to be a little melty and sloppy again tomorrow. We're at -7 in downtown Edmonton right now. Should get to about +6 or +7 tomorrow afternoon. There is some cooler air though for Sunday and for most of next week. We'll get to those forecasts in a moment. -10 to the south at the airport. -8 Villeneuve. You have fairly light wind, which was a nice change from where we were yesterday. We actually did make it up to -3 for a daytime high today. It was an almost perfect winter day. No wind. -3, and there was no big slop on the roads out there, and lots of sunshine. This is actually the first time since last Friday that temperatures are below 0 for a daytime high. Look at that, Saturday right through Thursday, daytime highs not just above 0, but above 5 degrees. We'll get one more of those above 0 and above 5-degree days tomorrow. Here's what it looks like outside right now with the CTV drone. That's a nice view of the river valley and sunset underway right now. Skies are pretty clear, and that's been the case all day today. We will, I think, mid to late this evening, see a bit of this cloud cover slide in from the northwest. We'll also see some of this warmer air from the west push in for one day tomorrow. So watch temperatures. We'll drop to about -10 mid-evening, and then temperatures will actually start to climb overnight. Wind stays pretty light, -2 by tomorrow morning, and then some increasing cloud in the afternoon. Wind turns a little gusty, so we will get to 6 or 7 for a daytime high, but the wind will kick in, and that wind is going to draw in some cooler air for Sunday. Tell you how much of a cool down to expect in a couple minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Coming up for the first time in more than a decade, professional lacrosse returns to Edmonton.
Fans get into it, it gets rowdy, it can get a little violent on the floor.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
Connor McDavid's career high point streak has come to an end. McDavid had scored 46 points over the last 20 games. The streak ended last night when he and Oilers were shut out by the New York Islanders 1-0. It was the first game McDavid failed to record a point since December 2nd. It was also the first time the Islanders have won a game in Edmonton since 2017. The Oilers travel to Vancouver to face the Canucks tomorrow. After that, they play 8 games in a row here in Edmonton. Well, the Prime Minister and a team of Canadian diplomats are in China. A Chinese team is visiting Edmonton. They're not here to discuss trade or politics, though. The Chinese national hockey team is facing off against a number of teams here in Alberta. Their head coach spent years coaching in our region. CTV's Evan Kenny has more.
From the late 70s to the early 90s, Perry Pern won hundreds of games as Nate's former head coach. Now he's trying to beat his alma mater as the coach of Team China.
Love my time here and great memories. So, obviously it's fun to be back in the building.
The Chinese national team is playing 9 games against university and college teams across Alberta.
We're trying to grow the program. We hope to get out of these games is, to be taught some lessons by, good players from North America, and I know the quality of the ACAC.
Nate's coach tells me the two sides began organizing the series back in the summer, and he was excited when this opportunity was presented to him. The players agree and add, it's not every day they get to take on international talent.
It was definitely a shock for us. Not every day you get to play a national team, and it's good exposure for us as well. So we're looking to just treat this like a normal game and really give them a battle.
It's special for me. It's unique to play against a team like this.
Scott Fellnermeyer says Pern has been a mentor to him and believes the Chinese team to be a tough test.
I'm expecting them to really want the game, to really want the win when it's Perry Pern, his old school. I'm excited to go give him our best here.
The two teams will face off again tomorrow night at 6. Nate will honor Perry Pern during a ceremony prior to puck drop. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Edmonton.
Professional lacrosse is returning to Edmonton for one night, and players are promising a physical, high-speed match. The Calgary Roughnecks and the Georgia Swarm are facing off at Rogers Place. It is the first time in more than a decade a National Lacrosse League game has been played here. One Swarm player says this is about growing the game. He says many people believe it is expensive to play lacrosse, but he fell in love with it while growing up on a small Native American reserve in upstate New York.
I grew up using a traditional wooden stick. It was used one stick for 6 years, and I fell in love with the stick, and I fell in love with the culture and the teachings of what the game could bring.
The last time there was an NLL game in Edmonton was back in 2015 when the former Edmonton Rush hoisted the championship trophy. The next year, the team was moved to Saskatoon. The league commissioner isn't ruling out bringing a team back to our city. He says for now, the NNL is focused on putting on a great show tonight and hopefully creating some new fans.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
A Japanese astronaut on board the International Space Station is sharing his shots of the Aurora Borealis. The skies here lit up in spectacular form. He says he's happy to have captured these images, imagining people seeing it and smiling with joy.
That is pretty spectacular.
It doesn't even look real.
You think that's AI?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying
that.
I'm just saying it is unbelievable.
Yes. It was nice, clear skies through the day today. Some sunny conditions will continue for at least the next, I don't know, half hour or so before the sun starts to set and the clouds roll in from the northwest. I think those clouds will be out of here by tomorrow morning, though, and at least for the first half of the day tomorrow, should see a good amount of sunshine. There's the River Valley Sky Cam. It's brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right over, it's free. So we said -3 for a daytime high, but we have slipped really rapidly. -7 right now in downtown Edmonton, and we'll hit about -10 later on this evening before temperatures start to climb. Look at Fort McMurray, -23. It was 11 degrees just 2 days ago in Fort McMurray. -5 in Jasper, it's -3 in Red Deer. There's your cloud cover starting to spread its way in from the northwest. It's a nice little upper ridge off to the west of us. Now, I don't think we'll get into the warmest core of that upper ridge. I think that'll stay to the west of us. But watch what happens once this Arctic high departs. There's a low that'll move across the north. That'll bring some snow, maybe a little rain snow mix to parts of northern Alberta. And south of it, some of that warmer air at the surface will get drawn right across the province. Looks like west to east. Almost everybody's going to tap into some above zero daytime highs tomorrow, although for most areas they'll come early in the afternoon. A little different story further off to the northeast, where you'll stay locked into some slightly cooler, warmer than today, but slightly below zero daytime highs. This is the wind that kicks in around lunchtime tomorrow and through the afternoon on the backside of that low, and that wind coming out of the north will cool things off once again as another Arctic high slides in for Sunday. So you go to about 6 or 7 degrees for a high tomorrow, to around -5 Sunday. We'll get a little bit of moderation, back a little closer to the freezing mark for Monday. Tuesday might be a little bit cooler than this, but we'll keep it at -1. Here's the big drop in temperature, though, by the end of next week. And we've been talking about this for the past couple of days. That pattern hasn't really changed all that much. -10 range by Thursday, and in the -15 to 20 range for at least 4 or 5 days, starting at the end of next week. Tomorrow morning should start the day at about -7. These are your 8 a.m. temperatures. Already 2 degrees in Grand Prairie, -7 in Red Deer. You get to about 4 or 5 in Grand Prairie tomorrow afternoon. Fort McMurray around -4. So warmer than today, but slightly below zero. 2 for Cold Lake, about 8 in Edson, and sunshine and around 6 degrees for a daytime high in Red Deer tomorrow with mainly sunny skies. We'll see some sunshine to start the day. Clouds will increase as the day goes on, though. There's your coldest temperatures coming later on this evening, and then climbing. -2 by tomorrow morning. 7 degrees early tomorrow afternoon, and then things will start to cool off once that wind really begins to kick in. I think lunchtime to 2 p.m. is when those gusts should start. They'll stick around through the afternoon and into the evening hours, and then calmer conditions for Sunday, but cooler. -5 with a mix of sun and cloud. Mostly cloudy for Monday, chance of flurries on Tuesday, and then that real cool down begins Wednesday, Thursday of next week, and settles in for a good 4 to 7 days.
Oh, that's going to be cold. A local festival for fans of Bluegrass is getting underway this hour. The second annual River City Bluegrass Festival is happening at the Edmonton Inn and Conference Centre on Kingsway. A number of bands are playing over the next 3 days. There are also opportunities to improve with your instrument or your voice through workshops and jams. The festival is also hosting a Kids Fiddle Academy.
We have about 28 kids participating in a Kid Fiddle Academy. They're going to put together a little program, and they're going to present it on the main stage tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And it's a lot of fun to see them and to get them in touch with bluegrass music. That's what we want to do, create the next generation.
You can see the performer list and festival schedule on the Northern Bluegrass Circle Society website. Tickets are available online or at the door. When we return, a local sports center steps up to help a charity tournament left in the lurch by a gym closure.
For us, it was a no-brainer that we would like to step in.
CTV News at 5 continues.
Programming brought to you by the Billy Joel Songbook with your Edmonton Symphony Orchestra. Learn more at winspearcenter.com.
200 people from across Western Canada will be in Edmonton next weekend to play pickleball. The tournament supports Canada's first facility for lung transplant patients and their families. SCTV's Amanda Anderson reports the event was about to be cancelled before a local group stepped in.
A week from now, the pickleballs will be flying for 24 hours.
Not everybody at once, but they play continuously, and it's the first that we can find in Canada.
The tournament is a fundraiser for Alberta Lung. It was supposed to happen in October. 3 days before the event, Rays Athletics in St. Albert closed without warning, leaving the organization without a venue.
And then the hunt began. What are we going to do? Where are we going to host it? How are we going to do this? We have all these players and money raised. What are we going to do?
After CTV News aired a story about their situation, Alberta Lung got a phone call from the owners of Edmonton Sports Centre.
I talked about it with our partners, and for us it was a no-brainer that we would like to step in and ensure that the event still happens.
The centre donated the space for the tournament.
The generosity and support that this group of companies, these people have done, is just been outstanding. We are so grateful to them.
As we learn about this event, we get more and more excited about it.
Alberta Lung hopes to raise $100,000 through the tournament, and it's about $10,000 short of that goal. Money that will go towards building Canada's first home away from home for lung transplant patients. Edmonton is one of only 4 centres in Canada that offer lung transplant programs.
Housing and out-of-pocket expenses for these families is astronomical. And so to give them a safe, calming environment for them to come and heal and then go back to their communities is life-changing for these folks.
Every 4 hours, the tournament will have a new theme with players dressed up in different costumes. Lee Allard says there will be lots happening off the courts too, with games, food vendors, and a market.
People are here to do a good cause, but they love pickleball. It's a great exercise for everybody, but the themes are going to be so much fun. You got to come out and check it out.
The tournament starts next Friday at 7 p.m. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.
And that is our show for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. CTV National News is next.